Check, check, check. All right. Let's see here. Hell's my phone. Do 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 do. All right. Remind me later. Check, check, check. Microphone check. Okay. I should be live right now. I should be live. Here we go. All right, I'm live. Okay. What's good, everybody? What's good? All right. Bring up the podcast. The whoop. All right. Hit record. Hold on. Everything goes up. Let's see here. Ain't no such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. God damn. I can't escape Moneybag, yo. Shit. Ugh, alright. Let's see here. There we go. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Simple Logic Podcast. This is a podcast where I, your host, WattsTV, talk about topic. I fuck that up. It's been a while. It's because I'm standing up. It's because I'm standing up. This is a podcast where I, your host, WattsTV, talk about topics logically, but also in a comedic fashion. So as you can see, I'm standing up. I've been sitting down literally all day at my job. So I said, you know what? I have a desk that can raise up and down. I was like, why not just stand up for the podcast, you know? I'm really sick of sitting down all the damn time, and I have energy today. So, yeah. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Hope everyone is doing well, you know? Some crazy stuff is happening in the news, man. And just to give you guys a preface, I am not going to go into too much of what happened in New York with the whole subway situation and how people got shot and they found bombs. And yeah, I'm not going to just know I acknowledge it. I hope everyone is okay. I don't know the specifics on that situation. But here on the Simple Logic Podcast, I'm going to make a conscious decision not to talk about like those type of issues all the time, just because this is a podcast where I'm supposed to make people laugh, man. And while I know those type of, you know, instances and issues, while I acknowledge their existence, I just choose not to talk about them all the time because it's horrible enough, and you guys see it on the news. You see it, you know, being repeated over and over and over again on these blogs. So, you know, I just rather not, and I'd rather talk about the funny shit. So here we are. So first thing that we have on the list today to talk about. So it has a lot to do with the title of this week's podcast. So let me bring it up. Oh, by the way, before I actually get into all the topics, I am live right now for you guys that are solely listening on Apple Podcast or, Spotify or what have you. I go live with these episodes on Tuesdays, and I post them for you to listen to on Wednesdays. So if you ever want to watch these podcasts live, then please do me a favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel, WattsTV. I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, that's where I do the live podcast until I am able to do them on Spotify live. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. Anyway, so the first topic that we are talking about today: woman goes viral on TikTok after explaining how she pooped in her cheating boyfriend's car. And she said, and I quote, "Since you want to put me through shit, you can sit in my shit on the way home." There's a video with this. Let's look at the video. She is wild, and this is a whole story, I mind you, like a whole story.
Story time on how and why I pooped in my ex-boyfriend's car. I had like an inkling that he was doing something that he wasn't supposed to be doing. So the investigator in me went full force to find out what he was doing and who he was doing it with. During my investigation, I found this address that he had frequently visited. I had to further investigate, and I found out it was a girl's house that he had been like, that I had some weird feelings about, right? So I'm like, all right, pull up. So that's what I did. I'm knocking on the door. I'm calling him. I am honking, like outside looking like a complete idiot, okay? It dawns on me to like go to his car, and like first my intention was to like do something to the car, to damage the car, of course. But I didn't have any weapons on me like to hurt the car. But I did have my bubble guts. So I did my thing in the front seat. And I was really quick about it because I was scared that they were going to come outside and see me defecating in his front seat. Story time on how and why I pooped in my...
There's more.
And I hopped back in my car and I took off. But when I left, I sent him a text message. Since you want to put me through all this, you can sit in my on the way home or something like that. I don't know. It was very clever, whatever it was. And I hopped back in my car and I took off. But
okay,
when I left,
let's stop there. All right, I have so many questions. Okay, where do I even start with this? I have so many questions. Jesus Christ. Okay, so did you have bubble gum? Yo, people are wild, man. Okay, so did you have bubble guts before? Like you showed up at the girl's house? And if you did, why didn't you like take a shit before you left? Unless this was like premeditated, like you knew you was gonna shit in his front seat. Also, what did he do when that happened? Like, how did he get it out? Because I'll be damned if I pick up another human being's feces. That's what I'm not doing. I'm not a nurse. I am not a doctor. I should never, ever, ever have to do that in my life unless I have a baby. Okay? And that's not baby shit. That's grown woman shit. All right? Eating nasty shit all the time, like Burger King and In-N-Out and dick. All right? That is grown woman feces. I have so many questions. So, all right, for one, this lets me know how crazy you are, all right? Because for one, you were just totally comfortable with telling this story, like while you're like doing makeup, like on TikTok, like this shit is normal. This is not a normal story, okay? You're crazy. Something is wrong with you. And time out. Secondly, so after you took a dump, you didn't wipe? I know you didn't wipe because you said you had to scurry because you were in a hurry. I'm a poet, didn't know it. Didn't even want that to rhyme, but it happened. So I can only imagine what that feels like. Taking a dump and not wiping. That is disgusting, my G. So you had to sit down and drive back home in your car with shitty booty. That's what you had to do. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Because now, not only are you the crazy ex, you are the crazy person who shat in somebody's car. I've heard a lot of revenge stories before, especially on exes, but this is one for the books. I mean, at this point, I don't even know what I don't even know what to say. Oh God, there were so many things that she could have done, and like I just have so many questions. Like I would rather you destroy his car rather than shit in it. That is so weird. And what was the point of shitting in his car in secret if you were just gonna text it to him and tell him, since you putting me through so much shit, I'm gonna shit in your front seat? Like, what was the point of telling him? Or what was the point in doing it in secret? Like, oh, I didn't want them to catch me, defecating it in their car. Well, they know now. What did you think? They were gonna stop you? You think if they saw you, they were gonna stop you? No. If I see a person shitting on anything of mine, I'm going to let them finish, and then I'm gonna beat your ass, okay? Then we have to fight. Not saying that I beat women, but you know what I'm saying. Something has to go down. If I see you like pooping on something of mine, I'm gonna let you finish because I don't want no crap on me. Like, I don't know. That's what we not doing. Whoo. Yeah. You probably should have left that story to yourself. I mean, you did go viral for it, but not in a good way. I don't know what you were trying to accomplish here, but congratulations, I guess. Guys, y'all have to let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this story, because I'm so confused. Where does she live? Where is she from? That's what I want to know. I'm willing to bet she from Florida. I have no. She 32? She is 32. Huh. Oh, okay. So I'm reading the caption, and she said, when I'm really anxious, I have to go to the bathroom anyway. That's really funny, actually. It's funny because I can actually relate. So when I'm extremely anxious, like, I have to take a dump. So guys, I have anxiety. I say it's pretty bad. I mean, I know of others whose conditions are a little worse, but it was really bad in college. Let me tell you something. Every morning, no matter what I would do, no matter what I would eat, every morning when I would go to my college, I would have to take a shit every freaking morning because I hated school. It made me anxious, and I was just that nervous. Like, I constantly had the bubble guts. So every morning, as soon as I would step foot in the building, it's just like my nerves instantly said, you got to go. So I would use the bathroom. Matter of fact, I'd go in the handicap stalls, because remember this, the handicap stalls are always the cleanest. So yeah, I always went in the handicap stalls, and yeah, I always had to take a dump because I was always so nervous about school, because school, I hated school. It always made me anxious. So yeah, I get that, but damn, for you to just say, you know what, I'm gonna shit in your car. What? How do you know that he was cheating? How do you know that he was cheating? That's another question that I have. Are you positively sure? I feel like you have to be absolutely positively sure if somebody is cheating, if you are willing to take a shit in someone's car, on someone's like belongings. You have to be sure. Yeah. I have no idea what else to say about this topic, so we're just going to go ahead on to the next one. This one is a doozy, and as soon as I saw this clip, I said, oh my gosh, this is going to go stupid viral, even more so than what it already is now, because Cam Newton is out here talking about women and quote bad bitches. So I'm gonna pull the clip up for you guys. We are going to watch and then we are going to discuss. Hopefully it's not too long. No, it's about 1:23. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Oh, it's muted. My bad. Might be. Where the fuck? It's right here. Okay.
I had a perfect example of what a man was in my life by my father. My parents has been together for 36, 37 years now, and it's a beautiful thing. I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. And I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is a person who's just, you know, girl, I'm a bad bitch. You know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay.
You know, and it's a lot of women who are bad bitches, and I say bitches in a way not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick. Now, a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that, no, baby, like, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
All right. That cooking comment is gonna get his ass in trouble. That cooking comment and him saying you do not know how to let a man lead and all that shit. Yeah, that's gonna get him in some hot water. This one is kind of hard to gauge because while I understand what he's saying, I really don't agree with the sentiment. Mainly because I feel like the term bad bitch or whatever, it can be used in a lot of instances. All right. A mother, a married mother, you know, who's taking care of her priorities, taking care of you know, the children, and, you know, let's say she has her own business and blah, 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 yada, 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 good job. She could consider herself a bad bitch. You know, she's in a good marriage and a good relationship. Just, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of women call themselves like bad bitches, but I feel like what he's talking about, and see, how can I even say this without myself getting in trouble? Like, I feel like he's talking more so on like the modern woman. That seems like what he's addressing, low key, which I don't necessarily agree with. I'm all over the place with this one, guys. I know, just because I don't have time to collect my thoughts, because when I hear what he's saying, but I don't necessarily agree. Let me tell you something. One thing that you guys have to do is just, men, y'all just gotta stop talking about women. All right, no matter if you're wrong or if you're right, you are not going to win. Stop. Just stop talking about women. There's some battles that you are not going to win. You are going to catch some heat no matter what. This is one. Just shut up. Just shut up. He should have known he's going to catch some heat for this one, because and also let me address the cook thing. All right? Let me address the cook thing. A woman not knowing how to cook isn't necessarily a big deal for me personally, because I know how to cook myself. Like, my mom taught me how to cook. My mom taught me how to take care of myself so no one else would have to. Like, I'm different from, like, I guess your usual, like, guy that's, or matter of fact, let me put it this way. I'm different from, like, these manosphere niggas who basically just want a woman to cater to them and cook and take care of the kids and clean the house and blah, blah, blah. No. All my crap, and some of y'all say, oh, he's a beta male, blah, blah, blah. First of all, stop it. Beta, alpha, zeta, gamma, all that shit is cringe, okay? I'm sick of hearing it. I said it before. Can we please put a pin in that shit, because it is so cringy, okay? But anyway, like I was saying, my mom taught me how to cook, and she always taught all like myself and my two older brothers. Like we all know how to take care of ourselves, so that no one else has to. Like, why would you want someone else to take care of yourself? I mean, why would you want someone else to take care of you? That's your damn job. I mean, don't get me wrong. My girl does stuff for me all the time, but that's just because she wants to, and she's a nice person. That doesn't mean she has to because she's the woman and yada yada yada. And yeah, so I don't need that shit. It's not a deal breaker. And you can always teach someone how to cook. Like that's not, and you can always learn. That's not a deal breaker for me, really. But yeah, I think I understand what he was trying to say, maybe. I feel like I need to listen to the clip again because I feel like he said a lot. So let's go ahead and bring it back up because I need to further investigate what he said and listen.
I had a perfect example of what a man was in my life by my father. My parents has been together for 36, 37 years now, and it's a beautiful thing.
Okay.
I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. And I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is a person who's just, girl, I'm a bad bitch. I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
Okay.
I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay. All right. Okay. I understand what he's saying now. So he is basically saying that he had a stereotypical like model of like a mother and father, right? The father goes out, works, brings home the bacon, if you will, while the mom take cares of the children, take cares of the house, and caters to the husband. Yeah, I understand what he's saying, and he's talking like that because that's what he grew up with. Okay, that doesn't mean everyone should be like that. Your situation is going to work for your situation, okay? And I'm not going to say that you a bad bitch or whatever for that, or you're a better person for that. That worked in their situation. It may not work in yours, okay? Some woman just may not enjoy cooking or whatever. But I mean, yeah, this is a hard one. This is a real hard one because man. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say about this either. I should have had a guest on to basically talk about this. But hey, yo, somebody said he talking all that shit dressed like that. Yo. Cam Newton can't dress worth a fuck. He looks like an overgrown leprechaun. Like, I'm not gonna lie. He cannot dress. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point. This whole situation just is confusing to me. But my definition of quote a bad bitch may be different from somebody else. Because to me, a bad bitch is just taking care of your responsibilities and you doing what you need to do in order to get where you need to be. Like, that's it. Super simple for me. Like, that's a bad bitch. Not having, a bunch of money or like, a Birkin bag or finessing niggas and none of that. That doesn't make, or having a fake ass. Like, all that doesn't equate to a quote bad bitch for me. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, because I ain't gonna hold you. I have no idea how to feel about this. I understand what he's saying. Don't agree with everything. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, because I don't know. Yeah, I should have had a guess for this one because I need someone else's thoughts. But yeah. Now, whew, hey, yo, I got to turn the fan on in here. It's getting hot as hell. I didn't think me standing up for this long was going to generate so much heat. I don't know. Also, this goddamn PC that I built kicks out a lot of heat whenever I stream. I'm streaming and recording right now at the same time. So it's kicking out some heat, boy. All right, so This shit is really funny to me. So I don't know if any of you guys saw this. So the baby tried to kiss a fan, and she curved the fuck out of him, like bad. It is so funny. I'm about to pull up the clip right now. Y'all just look. Matter of fact, let me maximize this so you can see. Look at it.
Da baby tried to kiss his fan, and she curved him LMAO. Da baby tried to kiss his fan, and she curved him LMAO.
Disappointed. He looked so disappointed. And you know what? I wonder what gave him. He had to have some of that liquid courage. Like, don't get me wrong. I know the baby could probably get damn near any woman that he wants just because he's the baby and he's a rapper and he's famous or whatever. But his body language, bro, you can tell this man was drunk. And oh my God, yeah, I'm still looking at it now. Look, guys, he is obviously drunk. Look, peep. Look at this shit. Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, that woman probably had a lot of common sense, because if you really think about it real hard right now. He is a rapper. He's been with a shit ton of women. He has had a lot of sex with women. This is quite obvious, all right? He's a rapper. This is what they do. You do not know where his mouth has been. I wouldn't want to kiss the baby either. What the fuck? If I was a woman, you have no idea what this nigga just did like 20 minutes ago. And a pandemic. We are still in the middle of a pandemic, bro. Like, nobody want to get COVID. In all the places that the baby has been, airports, porta potties, stages, around a bunch of niggas. I don't even know why I threw porta potties in there, but I'm sure he's been in one. I don't know, maybe he went to some festivals or some shit. I have no idea. But either way, yes, no, I wouldn't have kissed this nigga either. And look at his body language. His body language did not even like his body language didn't give me like, oh yeah, you should kiss me. If I was a woman and I see that type of body language with a nigga doing like this, look. If I see a Negro approaching me like that, grabbing my face, trying to force me to kiss him, no, I'm not going to. Let me fix that. Bro. It's so fucking funny. And he fell like literally 5 seconds prior to that. What about your body language says this is a good person to kiss? Guys, help me out here. Would you kiss a person? No. Would you kiss anybody that looks like that? And for those of you listening, I did a whole act out just now. So if it went silent, that's why. I'm probably going to have to edit that out in the audio. I didn't even think about that. I should probably stop doing act outs. I don't know. But this was so funny. Excuse me. Whew. One more time. We got to look at it one more time. Look at this man's body language. Look. Hold on, watch. It's going to start over again. Look. He fell. He's obviously drunk. Obviously drunk. He kept trying after she pulled away twice. Sir, no means no. No means no. Why are you going to keep trying? One thing is apparent. He's most definitely tried this before. Like, and it probably was successful last time, but it wasn't this time. That girl wanted nothing to do with you. Nothing. Guys, don't kiss strangers. I can't believe I have to say that in 2022 when there's a fucking pandemic going around. But the days of kissing randoms at bars and clubs and shit, those days should be over because no, nobody wants COVID. That shit isn't fun to go through. Like, not even that. He could have herpes on his lips. You don't know where these people have been, okay? He could have just ate some ass 30 seconds ago. Now, I'm spending way too much time on this topic, so let's move on. All right, what's next? Oh, okay, this is a good one. Okay, so for those of you that do not know, Lotto was recently on a radio show or a podcast. I'm not sure. My bad. It was a radio show. It was Big Boy's Neighborhood. Shout out to Big Boy. I love Big Boy. So she went on the Big Boy's Neighborhood and she said that she doesn't like when her man likes other women's pics. So let's go ahead and play the clip and we are going to discuss. Jesus, I can't talk today.
Whatever, like I don't like liking pictures. I don't like that. I don't like that. They be saying
she on
I'm
this modern day social media stuff like I don't like no pictures.
Cause I just feel like if you in a relationship and you like somebody picture of the opposite sex, they screenshotting it, sending it to their friends. Like
I hear it all the time.
He trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got him or I got her. Like, why would I look like liking another nigga picture?
Right.
And I got a nigga. Like,
right.
what that? I don't know if it's a generation thing.
Yeah, it's probably a generational thing, I'm sure. Okay, in matter of fact, it may not even be a generational thing. It's more so of a gender thing, I feel. Because, guys, I don't think we hold social media to as big of, like, how should I say, like, as big a standard or importance as, like, women do. Because I can tell you now, if I like somebody's picture, it's not because, like, I like them or I want to smash. Sometimes I'm just scrolling and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I keep going. Like, and I keep going. And I keep going. I never just sit there like, ooh, she bad. Now, some dudes may do this, like, especially for the ones, you know, that are single, obviously. But, like, I'm in a relationship, so for me, if I just go, I'm not saying I like a lot of girls' pictures, but I'm saying if I'm going through Instagram and I just see something that I like, I'm like, okay, cool. And I just keep scrolling up. But I would agree with her that when it comes to women, a lot of them are super petty, like especially when it comes to social media. Yo, I had so many like friends that were girls that would just put dudes on blast because they were DMing them. That's why like later towards college I stopped like just DMing chicks. Like I don't know. Like I couldn't do it anymore because it's weird. For one, if I'm coming to you and the conversation is real respectful, why are you going to show somebody else our conversation? Like I'm trying to spit game to you and you're gonna fucking announce it to the world, like just so that you can like look good about yourself or something, so that you can have some sort of like clout or something. Like, oh yeah, he texting me, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, he trying to get with me. Look at him. Like, why? Like I had a lot of friends that were girls. Like send me screenshots like of dudes just like just trying to get on or whatever. And I'd be like, why are you sending this to me? Like, what's the point? Like, I'm not going to gossip with you. Like, I'm not going to say, ooh, girl, yeah, you bad. You got, ooh, you got another one. That's another DM. What's that, the fifth one this week? Ooh, you go, girl. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do any of that. So why are you sending it to me? But first off, why are you, I'm not going to say all of you females, but why are some of you females so petty? Like, why do you have to announce it to the world if you get a DM from a person or from just a random dude in general and try to ridicule them to make yourself feel better? You really need to take a look in the mirror if that's what you're doing. But yes, I would say this is most definitely more so of a gender thing than what did she say? Then like Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody texted me. Anyway, yeah, this is more so of a gender thing than anything. This is, yeah, I agree with her though. There are a lot of pettiness, and I'm not saying that it's a bad thing that she doesn't want her man like liking, girls' pictures. Like, I totally get it, because girls are extremely petty. But for men, for us, like, it's just simple. We aren't thinking that deep about it. We probably should be, because of how you guys perceive it, but we aren't. To us, it's just social media. Like, a like is just a like to us. Like, that doesn't mean that I want to smash. It doesn't mean that I'm hitting them up or blah, blah, blah. It just means that I liked a fucking picture. Like, think about it, guys. This wasn't even a thing years ago. This was not even a thing, but here we are. Like, I remember when Instagram was fresh when I was in high school. Like, no one cared if you liked another girl's picture. That became a little more prevalent, like, later in life. Now it's a thing, but yeah, now I know people who would consider that to be cheating. So, yeah, I don't know. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Go ahead and go on my YouTube, WattsTV, and let me know what you think. Okay, now we are about to get into the last topic of the podcast. And this one I'm going to have to make into an actual segment. Because, matter of fact, I may end most of my podcast now with a new segment called What the Fuck Florida. Because every week, there is something wild happening in Florida. If I see some wild shit happen, I said this happened in Florida. It's either one of two places. It's either Florida or New York. One or two. For some reason, the people are just bred different there, and I do not know why. It's Florida, New York. Florida, New York. If it's not Florida, it's New York. If it's not New York, it's Florida. All the fucking time. Like, I can always guess it. Matter of fact, my girl told me this crazy story like a couple of weeks ago, and I said, she from Florida, isn't she? She said, yep. Bam. How'd I know? So, hey, for all of you that watch me and who are from Florida, let me know in the comments down below. What is up with your state? Like, is there something in y'all water that I need to know about? Should I not drink the water when I go down there? Does that cause y'all to act like wild or something? I don't know. But this story was very interesting to me. So, a Florida woman was arrested for putting a 4-year-old boy in laundry. First of all, whoever wrote this headline is garbage. Listen to this. I'm reading it how it was written. Florida woman arrested for putting a 4-year-old boy in laundry dryer and starting the machine. Like, damn, I feel real slow. Like, all she had to say was dryer. Like, all they had to say was dryer. She put a 4-year-old in the dryer and started the machine. Jesus Christ. Okay. So let's read the whole thing, actually, because I have yet to do so. A Florida woman was taken into custody this weekend for throwing a 4-year-old boy inside a laundry dryer and turning on the machine, according to the NY Post. Amber Chapman, who is 35, was arrested on child abuse charges after the boy told detectives that his babysitter, Miss Chapman, sat him inside a machine with some towels and that he went around and around. Yo, I'm sorry. That is so fucked. Let me read it again. Whew. Amber Chapman, 35, was arrested on child abuse charges after the boy told detectives that his babysitter, Miss Chapman, sat him inside a machine with some towels and that he went around and around. Was he wet? Like, what? Bro, was this punishment? Like, please help me understand. What would possess you to throw a child in a dryer? Also, I'm sorry I'm laughing, guys, but just the thought of a kid just tumbling in the going round and around and around in a dryer is low-key funny to me. I'm sorry. I can laugh because the kid didn't die. I know this is probably going to be very traumatic for the child. Whew. But for me, it is comedy right now. Man, Florida, what the hell do y'all have going on over there, man? Woo, boy. And that was this week's segment of What the Fuck Florida. Because, yeah, what the fuck? What would possess you to throw a kid in a dryer with towels? Were the towels wet? What did the kid do? Did you just not feel like hearing him anymore? Were you trying to kill him? Again, these are a lot of questions that I need answered. Like, matter of fact, I'm going to look more into this case and I'm going to update you guys because I'm so confused. Like, what would possess you? Is she mentally ill? Does she just hate children? But then again, if you hate children, then why did you volunteer to babysit? And what is the relationship between her and the parents? How did the parents meet her? Was it through like something like Craigslist? Because there's a lot of janky shit going on with Craig. You don't buy shit on Craigslist, okay? Man, I have more questions than there are answers at the moment. So yeah, I will update you guys, but I'm sorry. The image of a child just inside of a dryer is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Call my sense of humor dark. I do not give a fuck. That is so funny. Ooh, that has to be my favorite story of the day, man. Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening to the Simple Logic podcast. I really do appreciate it. I'm going live with these episodes on Tuesdays, sometimes Wednesdays, but it's rare that I go on Wednesdays. If I have to go live on a Wednesday, I will let you guys know. But I go live with these episodes on Tuesdays, and I post the episodes on anywhere that you could listen to a podcast on Wednesday. So please do me a favor again, subscribe to WattsTV, and please keep listening to the Simple Logic podcast on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, anywhere that you can listen to a podcast. I really do appreciate it, guys. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.